Right.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to episode 3 of FemTalk. I'm super excited to have you guys here with me, your girl KP, today. And just in case you guys forgot, FemTalk is a podcast series that highlights the individual in the LGBTQ community, and we have open and safe conversations about the struggles and issues that pertain to our relationships, our society, and obstacles of living in our truth. Today, I have a super special guest, a dear friend of mine going by the name of Aaliyah. I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic to you. Can you please introduce our viewers to yourself?
Hey y'all, my name is Aaliyah Storm. I am a freelance model and a virtual assistant doing all things social media. It's a little bit about me.
Yes, she is the media group, guys. If you guys need her, we will have her tags, ads, and all of that because y'all need to book her. So before we get started, there's a couple of different things to go over. I see your cup, girl. Can you tell me, what are you drinking on today?
I'm drinking something new. I usually don't drink wine, but I just got this like dry berry like red wine. So I usually do Stella, but this one is actually pretty good.
I'm like, girl, you don't drink wine.
Girl, I'm not a drinker. I'm more of a coffee person, and it's like what, 8 o'clock at night. I don't even know coffee. So
you know what? All right, that's because
bad. Right. So, and what about you? What are you drinking?
I'm being a little basic right now, but I love wine. But this is my Moscato. You can never go wrong with Moscato. Yeah. I prefer Moscato, but this is all I had in the fridge, girl. So we're going to do this. One glass gets you real good. So it does the job.
Yeah,
but those, you have got to try the Carlos Rossi Sangria. Listen, some people call it cheap, but it's good, girl. You can get
like alcohol.
What'd you say?
Probably tastes like juice, huh?
It does, girl.
That's why I'm like, you gotta be careful with that type of drink.
Yes, but it is really, really good. Gets the job done. So if you try that, please let me know because
I will.
Yeah. But so did you hear about Janet Jackson? Okay, so recently an interview has resurfaced of Janet Jackson revealing that if she was a lesbian, her celebrity girl crush would be Alicia Keys. Ain't that some tea?
It is. I can see why. I can see why. I can see why. Because Alicia Keys has a lot of masculine energy. Like, she embraces that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
she's definitely alpha female.
Yeah, I definitely thought that that was a cute match too. I would have loved to see them together. With that being said, do you have a celebrity crush?
Ooh. This is so funny. I was actually watching a TikTok about the different types of masculine presenting women. And I honestly, people will be so surprised. But Young May, I just think she's so fine. Yeah.
That's funny. A lot of girls say that though. I agree. But if I was to pick my celebrity crush, she's a little bit, I don't want to not call her an A-list celebrity, but did you watch Empire?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know who Soraya is? I believe. Sorry, girl. But
yeah, I know who you're talking about though. The singer.
Yes, the singer. Yeah. Beautiful. She is beautiful.
No, she is gorgeous. She is gorgeous.
Yeah. It used to be Sweetie, but I saw her the other day on Instagram again after I haven't seen Empire in forever. And I was like, you it, girl. You are it.
She is fine. She's fine. It's so funny because whenever I see a feminine woman, I think like, oh my God, she's so beautiful. Like not in a sense of like, like I never thought like to have a crush on her. I don't know why. That sounds so contradictory. Really? Yeah, I don't know why.
So that brings me to, sorry girl, side note, but have you ever dated a femme, or have you never thought about dating a femme before?
I've dated women who, like, I guess you wouldn't, if they put a label on themselves, which they didn't, a STEM, they still like, wear makeup, they embrace their feminine side. So I've only dated one. One STEM. So
okay,
I usually go for more masculine presenting women. Usually.
Girl, same, but it is nice to see that you've branched out and tried different type of women.
Yeah,
beautiful though. But yes, so I do have some exciting news for you as well as my viewers. I'm sure you know, but we have a super exciting docu-series coming out called Bossed Up that's going to be airing on Remedy TV 23rd. And I definitely want you guys to check out the cast reveal here. You guys can click the link in the bio, or you guys can also find it on Remedy TV on Instagram and Remedy TV on YouTube. So if you haven't checked it out, girl, please do.
Girl, I'm definitely going to be checking it out. I got you. No, like, I'm so proud of you. It's so crazy how long we've known each other. And it's like from high school till now. It's amazing. So
I know.
So proud of you.
Blow up is real, right?
Yes. Who would have thought we would be both be like lesbians? Let's just start there. Like,
it's, you know what? I don't want to say not though, because I've known for a long time, but when I was in high school, I was really like, okay, I thought it was weird for me to tell other people that maybe I was a lesbian or into women, because people
it's hard because they thought you meant like,
and I was new to Upland, so I was walking around like this. So
girl, I was positive. Like, I would flirt with girls, but I would never ever tell people that I was flirting with them. So
yeah, they'd be like, and then you know, don't try to be friends with girls and tell them that you liked girls, because then they was gonna be like, oh my god, girl, I do not like.
No, I know. Or they might think like you like them, or like they get weird. So it was hard in high school to be openly gay.
Yeah, I feel you, girl, but that's okay. Conversation for us.
I know.
But while we're getting in today's topic is going to be, can femmes and studs be friends? Now, that is tea, girl, because I think that there's so many different answers to that. But
it was so hard for me to come up with an answer for this, because you're right. Not hard, but it's like, I don't agree with it. But then it's like, it's hard because there's different scenarios. So I'm sure we'll get into that. But you're right. It's a difficult conversation. So a lot of digging.
It is, but it's okay. That's why we're gonna, I've got some good questions, I believe, that will help us like go in depth as to why they shouldn't be friends. I would love to hear all of your input, whether it disagrees with mine or not. And so the first question that I have for you is, in general, can femmes and studs be in platonic friendships?
Personally, because I'm not, this is just my opinion. It depends on the situation and the circumstances and how they met.
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, can you elaborate?
Yeah, because like, it's just like, okay, so it's hard because I feel most studs, the feminine friends, they're used to flirt with them, and they realize like, actually we'll be better off friends, things like that happen, like if you figure that out early. And then there's a time where they have actually dated and they're exes, and then there comes another topic. It's like, okay, yeah, you guys are exes, but are you guys over each other?
Right.
So that's where it gets tricky. So
I agree, because I'm kind of on the fence about it too. I definitely think it depends on the scenario. I myself, like, I have not all of my friends are like studs. Some of them can be masculine presenting, where there was none of that, none of the dating, none of the flirting, or none of that. And we're friends, I believe, because of that, especially like with me being in a relationship, like it's important. But I feel like to a certain extent, no, femmes and studs can't be friends, because it's like, if you go out, like right now, I'm in a relationship. Right? If I was to go out and be a stud, even if both of our intentions were to just be friends, it's like, how do you really go back and say that, or how do you know that that's what their intentions are? So it's hard. I feel like if you already have those feminine friends, pre-lining.
Exactly my point right there. Like, see, if you meet somebody, you're dating them, and they already have the feminine friend, of course, you might be a little iffy, because it's like, okay, who is this girl? But then you get to know the group of people, and it's like, okay, like, that's really a friend. Like, so it really just depends on the situation. And like, the lesbian world is very small. So, girl, everybody has eventually dated or talked to or hooked up with somebody that you know. So
yeah,
it can get a little tricky.
One thing I really do hate about the lesbian world is that it really is small. Like, you could think you got her and don't nobody know her. Like, oh, woo,
Girl, don't even get me started. I moved to Texas, okay? Like, don't even get me started.
Well, I definitely hope you're having some good luck out there. So, okay, cool. So right now we're both kind of like in the middle. Great. If your stud girlfriend had a femme friend, would you trust it?
It's so funny because I'm dating somebody now, and she has a very good, generous group of friends, and I've gotten along with all of them. But when I first met them, the energy was weird because they're like, "Who's this girl?" And I'm like, "Who the heck is this girl?"
Right.
And at the time, I didn't realize that the girl was dating somebody in the group already. Mm-hmm. But I was a little iffy because she is beautiful. Like, she was a beautiful woman. And I was like, who is this girl? Like, she is bad. Like, and she's just in your group of friends. Y'all just going out together. But I got to know her, and it's like, I actually love that. Like, I love the personality of the person. So it really, like, depends. I will say I've established no new friends. Like, you're not going to be with me, and you're not going to go out and make a new feminine friend. I know it sounds so hypocritical, but it's just like no new friends. Like, but I'll never jeopardize a friendship of somebody. Like, there are, you know, that's just not, I'm going too grown for that. I'm not high school anymore. Maybe when I was younger, I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy how the things that you like, you get over and you realize like don't really matter when you're older. Like, I never thought I would ever be friends with an ex until I started dating women.
Really?
Yes, because I don't talk to, so I came out when I was 19. I'm 27 now. And I haven't had a boyfriend since I was 19.
Right.
So, like, when I was younger, there was things that I, like, accept now. Like, I would never do that, like, as, like, a kid. Because, like, the things like that, I thought, like, that mattered. And it's like, they don't even matter at all. So, it's just things that you know, you get older, you don't care about certain stuff.
No.
So.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you because I feel the same. You know, I definitely wouldn't jeopardize the friendship as long as issue is if the girl is being respectful of our relationship. Because I think that with feminine and stud friendships and your stud is your girlfriend, is that sometimes these femmes friends be like acting stank at first because they don't know you or whatever the case may be. And then to me, that sets the wrong tone because he's acting like that over you or overprotective and I'm your girlfriend. It makes me feel like
like what was happening before I got here. Like,
right.
You know.
So as long as like, you know, the girl is cool because I'm super cool. I'm very open. Hey girl, we could be friends too, you know, as long as she has energy and I feel like she respects the relationship in all aspects, I'm totally for it.
Right. Yeah, it just really depends on the boundaries and the respect. Like, I guess when it comes to the feminine friend.
Have you ever experienced that though? Like dealing with one of your girlfriends had a feminine friend and she was just real
girl.
You know,
I'm glad you asked because I literally I've never talked about the situation. But yes, I dated somebody and she avoided telling me that this friend was a femme for a very long time.
Okay.
So the scenario behind that was because my ex was a barber. And she'd be like, oh, so-and-so, I'm not going to say the name, just in case. So-and-so's coming over, and I'm going to cut her hair. And I was like, all right, whatever. Like, they would come over, they'd chill, hang out. She would, like, spend the night sometimes. And I'm like, I would never, like, sometimes you just don't see your girlfriend's friends. I don't know. So, whatever, fast forward, we ended up going to this, like, fashion show. And we each had a friend that was in the fashion show. And come to find out, they were in the same group. And they were, like, walking. And then she's like, oh, there's so-and-so. And I'm looking, I was like, where? Like, you know, I'm looking for like a stud. Because she's like, I cut her hair. I'm thinking, because she's a barber. Why was this girl a freaking top model? Like, she was beautiful. Like, she had a fade. Like, she was a beautiful woman. And I was like, that's your friend? And you're just not telling me. Like, but that was the thing was, we're obviously not together now. She avoided telling me that this woman was a femme. And we had a lot of problems with the girl after. There's a reason why she wasn't telling me that this girl was a femme. So yes, I've dealt with that before. And it was a really can I cuss? Shitty feeling. So it was not good. Like, you're hiding that this woman is a femme. Like, why does it matter?
Yeah, because I could have accepted that, you know, especially you're a beautiful girl yourself. I know you're not insecure about it, but I think if that would have been me, it would have made me insecure because it's like, are you attracted to her then? If she's spending the night and you're doing all this and you avoided telling the girl was drop dead gorgeous. It makes me feel like,
girl, I was like that. I was like flabbergasted. I was like, that's your friend? Like,
I'd be like,
she is beautiful. Like, you can cut her hair?
Are you sure that's all you're doing?
Girl, yeah. So we're not together now, obviously, for reasons, but that was just, I've dealt with that. And it's like, and the girl, like, you know how you have, like, you're the partner and you like, that girl doesn't have good intentions, you know?
Yes.
She thought I was like just being dramatic. But no, the girl, like, she had ill intentions. Like, she finally got the chance to talk to me. She literally like dumped on me everything that the person I was dating had said about me. And she's like, that's not your friend. You know, I'm like, your friend waited to tell me all this stuff. Like, she had ill intentions. They stopped being friends, but it was just like, she didn't believe me. She just thought I was being like insecure. She was a feminine woman.
That really does suck too, because sometimes I get it. We could be insecure to a certain extent, but at the same time, I feel like if you're telling your partner, as women in general, you know, especially being more feminine women, we're in tune with how other feminine women are. I need to believe me when I'm telling you that girl ain't up to no good.
Yeah, she's not your friend. Like, she just wanted a reason. Like, yeah, that's not your friend. Yeah.
So, but that's okay though.
What about you?
You know, have that problem. I'm trying to think. No, honestly, I haven't personally dealt with that experience as far as like the any of my either my current partner or my ex having like a feminine friend, because truthfully they don't really have them. But when I did have a partner who has a feminine friend that I have no issue with, it's just, again, it has to maintain that level of respect, you know. As long as she cool, I'm good. And yeah, but luckily I haven't had that though.
Oh, good, girl. You know, it's like nobody wants to deal with that.
Yeah, girl, because when I feel some kind of way, it's like I have to express it. Ain't gonna be no, okay, am I gonna try to not tell my partner or not tell this girl? No, I'm gonna tell you.
A Scorpio?
Yes.
Gang, girls. We just don't sugarcoat. Like, if we have to, we just say with our chest. Like,
yeah, I just all the way with my chest, because I'm just like, it's gonna eat me alive to know, like, if we were hanging out and I was getting weird vibes and I go home and I don't say anything, I'm gonna be sitting there mad thinking about it. Like,
I can't hide it. Like, it just seeps out of my pores. If I'm in a bad mood, I can't hide it. I can't act like it's wrong.
You can read this, so.
Girl, that's so funny.
So, can you give me some examples of how you think the friendship of a femme and a stud woman could go wrong? It could be either from like your own personal experience or just from someone you know, or just in general what you think could happen that will make it like.
Honestly, like I said, I think it's just really how they met. Like, and like I said, I don't like to say this, but most lesbians usually are over their exes, you know, because it's harder. You build a friendship with a woman. Like, we're women, we're feminine, we do different things than what a male and a woman would do together. Like, you know, when it comes to like a friendship, it's more of emotional, so you get attached to those people. So I really just feel like, if it's like, how do you know if they're really over them? So just being sure and just being open and honest, like, yeah, that's my ex and we broke up for this reason and our friendship is important to me or whatever. Like, if it's open and honest, I'm okay with that. Like, you know, like I said, like, the older I get, the things I don't care about. Like,
right.
But it's just hard. Like, when sometimes you like have traumas, like relationship traumas, and you're like, I've dealt with this before. This looks too familiar, you know. So you start self-sabotaging. You can misinterpret things, like, and just assume the wrong thing. So I just like to go in optimistic with an open mind, because my brain likes to make things up, you know. So scenario, like.
That'd be me too. I just get into all the overthinking. Just
and my intuition doesn't lie. So like, it's if I know something, it's gonna come out.
That's
like,
fact.
Yeah,
like that is facts, because it will come from here and all the way up, and it'll just be like, yeah. Okay. I think
so. What about you?
I agree with you. I definitely do agree. It just really depends on how they met. Hello. And but I don't know. I think reasons that it could go wrong is, say for instance, you did allow because like, you know, you said with your current partner, you're like, okay, no new feminine friends. So you did allow that, right? Because you trust them and you're like, it's cool. I know your intentions are good. I know you're not thinking anything of it. And then they go out and they do meet them friend and they become like besties. I feel like it could go wrong because when you spend too much time with somebody and you're doing this and that, especially as women, unintentionally, you can fall in like, you can like, okay, well, this person treats me this, and this way compared to what my partner's doing. And so now they're thinking like, do I have feelings for both of these people? You know? And personally, maybe that's just me and the overthinking in me, but that's why I'm just like, yeah, we're not doing a whole new friends of Fems and studs because I don't know if you're gonna start. I don't know if y'all gonna bond.
Right.
Feel like
there's no reason. I feel like there's absolutely no reason. It's like, I'm sure we'll get to this topic too, but there's absolutely no reason for a man to go hang out with a beautiful feminine woman when he has a wife at home. Like, would you have any business doing that? So like it's the same for any fam stud. Like, unless you knew them already from years and years ago, and you guys just are friends, it's like there's just no reason to make no new friends. Like,
I can't understand why everybody doesn't feel that way though. Like, because people, they're probably like, oh, these girls, they're crazy. I'm like, no, it's for good reason. Because how would you want your partners to go out and meet and hang out with the next beautiful girl or handsome man and they're just friends, right? No.
And I thought about it as a couple. Like, that's why in a relationship, I want to meet like couple friends. Like, you know, like people already in relationships, or because it just makes life easier for both parties. Like,
it makes everything you, and it gives you that level of trust because it's just like, okay, they're in a couple, cool. I know ain't nothing going down or whatever. We can even double date. I think
unless you're into that type of stuff. Me, I don't like to share. So unless you guys are into that type of, you know, whatever, that's fine. But
yeah, no, girl. Personally, I'm not into the poly to each its own.
You know, yeah.
I love it for other people, but like you said, either I don't like to feel like your attention's on anybody else, and I'm not about to drive myself crazy comparing myself to the next woman.
Oh, so, girl, like I don't. Yeah, that's a lot of patience, and I don't.
It is. It is a lot of patience. It really is, and my patience tolerance is like right here, girl.
Mine's like
very low. Okay, so I feel like this next question we kind of answered it, but have any other scenarios? The question is, what scenarios would have to be in place in order for them to be?
Yeah, I think we did, but I would just piggyback to the couples. So like, you know, meeting a couple, like, some friends. It's nice to meet new people. Like you need that, like networking, creatives, especially in the creative community, photographers, models, like you need those type of people. So like really just honestly, like networking as if you're in a relationship as a couple and having the same common, you know, just the same thoughts and mindset of how everything. If your partner doesn't agree, which it's funny because she doesn't really agree with this, but she understood when I said like no new friends. She's like, yeah, you're right. Like but I don't know. I just don't think that there is any reason for them to
be friends. That's just we don't need it.
No, it's just too much. Like nobody wants to deal with that. I don't want like, and I'm not an insecure person. You're not an insecure person. I just don't want to have that in the back of my head. Like, you know, you trust your partner, but you can't always trust other people.
Yeah, that's very true, especially nowadays, because it's like, not to say that there's not a lot of good people in the world, but there's just a lot of ancient people in the world, and I just don't want to have somebody that I have near and dear to my heart, and they're trying to be cool and be friends, and oh, buddy, and somebody else is out to plot on them, you know, because girl, we don't have to fight, and I do all that. So
no, I don't have time for that. I'm not fighting nobody over a girl.
Yeah. So I agree. I think we're just gonna go ahead and agree that Fems and studs cannot be friends outside of they already knew each other and the relationship is respectful to each other's partners.
Right. Yeah, there's no other way around that. Just you know, unless there's people who just aren't, and I don't want to say we're jealous because I'm not. I mean, it depends on the situation. But I'm saying there's people who just don't have a jealous bone in their body where they just don't care, you know, and which is fine. It's just their personality. Like some people just don't care and they're like, you can do whatever you want. I trust you. And that's that.
Yeah. I wish I could be one of those people, but I'm just like, because I just feel like I've been hurt too many times by trusting people. So you kind of have to like set boundaries, you know? I think as long as you
exactly
have boundaries, then you guys will always be okay, regardless of the situation, whether they got female friends or 10 of them. It's not ideal. It's not ideal.
No.
But, you know, there are definitely out there who are definitely like, I don't care. You could do that. You could do this. I think it's funny because, little tidbit, my girlfriend actually just started doing photography. So what I find myself being comfortable with is her shooting other women. Now, mind you, I'm not going to be her friends or anything, but it's just the fact that, like, some of them want to be naked, some of them want to be doing this and this and this and that. Like,
girl, so it's funny, like you say that. I've dated somebody who was a talent agent, and when I would book gigs, like for different photo shoots, whatever, I would bring her clients. So it's like, you're in your bag, I'm in my bag too. Like, we're getting this bag together, so I'm gonna bring you some models. Like, I would bring her all kinds of baddies, girl. Like, I'd be like, oh, she is pretty. Like, see, when it comes to stuff like that, it's like, she has no choice but to be, what is the word? When you're, I can't think of the word right now.
Well, like
respectful, like when she's, like, you know, she has no professional. There we go. Yeah. Sorry, like she has no choice but to be professional, and if she doesn't, that's her bad. Like you're gonna, like, you know. So when it comes to that, like I would take that as a grain of salt. Like bring her clients, girl. Like just, you know, you're creative too. You know, like bring her clients, girl.
Yeah, girl. I'm working on it because I was here the other day. She actually did a shoot for a girl, and the girl was beautiful. Like
I saw. I was like, I saw. Yeah. Girl, I saw.
But what made me happy was that the girl was like super, you know, like we were chopping it up, and she made me feel comfortable and made me feel like, okay, you're not here and you're not about to be doing the most in front of my girl. So, okay,
right.
You know, so I think as long as like the girls are cool who are going to be around, then I'll be fine. It's going to be those one-off females who are just, you know.
Yeah. And especially the ones that might not know that she is your girlfriend. So you kind of just.
No, there ain't no, you didn't know. It is very clear. That's the one thing about me is you're going to know what I am, period.
Right. Okay, so then, yeah, if they know, then there's no point. There's no reason for them to disrespect. But if they didn't know, it's like, okay, girl, like, you knew.
Yeah, now come on and back it up now, because look, you will not get these pictures.
Right, girl, don't mess around. So you waste your time, waste my time, okay?
No, girl, and it's like, look, don't play with me, okay? Because I look sweet, but shit ain't always sweet. But anyways,
private investigator over here. FBI needs to hire me. I'm just kidding.
You know what's funny? Because I think we are really good at that. Like, I know that I can be a private investigator, like looking for something.
I will spot my girlfriend's arm in a little video. Like, don't play with me. Don't play with me. I know that's your shirt. I see you.
That is around her arm. Like, who is that?
Who's sitting next to you? Whose knee is that?
Thank you, because it doesn't look like yours and it doesn't look like your homegirl's knee, because I know what it looks like. So who that?
Because like it's like you trust them, but you don't trust. Sometimes you don't trust the people that they're around. So it's like And I'm not a person that likes to go out. My partner, she's a social butterfly. I'm an introvert. I will stay in the house. I don't like going to the pub or anything like that. I barely like to drink. So when she goes out, I just let her do her thing. Like I trust her, but I also know that the women are like will flock to like
right.
It's a little, it tests my patience, but you know that's another topic. I think we could.
Yeah, I can imagine because I'd be like, if you don't just sit your ass down. No, just
like she'd be dancing and stuff, having a good time. I'm just sitting there like.
Girl, but then you want to let them do them, but it's just like
right. No, yeah, I never ever knock that. Like I let her do her thing. I'm not controlling when it comes to go. If you want to go out, bye, because I'm not going with you. So,
Well, I love that. I love that you're so open, you know, and you definitely seem very trusting. You a bad bitch, girl. So let's just, you know, get that clear. And I'm super grateful that you were come on here today and give me some of your thoughts and experiences regarding if Fems and Studs can be friends. Again, we decided that it's kind of 50-50. So, you know, I guess we'll be able to come back next time and revisit and see if that is still true in the future. But for now, thank you guys for tuning in to Fem Talk. Make sure you guys also check out episodes 1 and 2 right here on the same platform, Fems LA Show. And we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.